everybody, and welcome to my YouTube channel for my review on the third and final film in the Star Wars prequel trilogy. And as this is one of my favourite films in the franchise, this review might become controversial. So this is Kia's Reviews, and this is my review of Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
Sense great fear in you, Skywalker. You have hate, you have anger, but you don't use them.
Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith is quite easily the best film in the prequel trilogy, and personally is one of my favourite films in the saga. The essence of the finale leading into the original 1977 Star Wars film, which is now known as Episode 4, is incredible to watch. The epic betrayal and transformation of Anakin Skywalker into Darth Vader is the build-up that was needed for the whole prequel trilogy, not just Episode 3, proving that this film is a major improvement upon the first two installments.
Hello there.
General Kenobi.
The best thing about Revenge of the Sith is the increasing intensity leading up to the final act. The adjustment to Anakin's character for the third prequel was a major improvement for George Lucas, because the way Anakin was written in episodes 1 and 2 left audiences without a clue as to how that person could possibly become the iconic villain which is Darth Vader. However, with this major turn in character, it put Anakin back on track, even though in continuity with episodes 1 and 2 it may seem odd. In continuity with the good Star Wars films though, in hindsight it doesn't really matter because the payoff with episode 3 was epic.
I must say you're here sooner than expected.
In the name of the Galactic Senate of the Republic, you're under arrest, Chancellor.
Are you threatening me, Master Jedi?
The Senate will decide your fate.
I am the Senate.
Not yet.
It's treason, then.
The build-up to the incredibly intense final act was very well done. The reason as to why is because most of the questions posed in A New Hope was answered, as well as rounding off the trilogy in which it's in. The real win for Revenge of the Sith is the final act, because once the big yet predictable reveal of Darth Sidious starts to bear over Anakin and starts to transform into the mindset of Darth Vader, is when all hell breaks loose. This transformation with Order 66 is easily one of the most emotionally enticing sequences in all of the Star Wars franchise. The way Order 66 is shot and scored is so well done, as even though the characters on screen have barely been introduced throughout the trilogy, it's still upsetting seeing their fate with the score behind it.
If so powerful you are, why leave?
You will not stop me. Darth Vader will become more powerful than either of us.
Faith in your new apprentice, misplaced maybe, as is your faith in the dark side of the Force.
As Order 66 elicits a touching feeling for the audience, what follows fuels the action within this film, giving this the Star Wars feel the franchise holds. The battle between Yoda and Sidious crossed over with the betrayal battle between Anakin and Obi-Wan is so raw and intense that this 20-minute sequence flies past so quickly even though so much is happening. Revenge of the Sith executes its action sequences very well, the lightsabers seemingly on screen quite a lot. The strength this plot has in comparison to the previous two films is unbelievably impressive, because each character suddenly becomes strong in between Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith. The biggest surprise of Revenge of the Sith is not only the betrayals or the strength in plot, but it's the evolution of the cast that impressed me the most. Natalie Portman's role as Padme dramatically improved since The Phantom Menace and restored my hope in the fact that she could act well again. This is the same for Ewan McGregor's Obi-Wan Kenobi, because once Order 66 was inducted into the plot, his strengths as an actor kicked in really well, and it's finally freeing to say that Hayden Christensen did an alright job with Anakin in this film, because he was so awful in the first film that it left me with no hope for Episode 3. But he certainly surprised me with how he played his character under the circumstances in which he grows into becoming Darth Vader. Brilliant job from the cast for this final outing. Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith remains one of my favourite Star Wars films because it mixes intensity with a solid cast to provide a stellar conclusion to the backstory of Episode 4 A New Hope. This film certainly evoked major emotions in audiences, and with memorable action sequences mixed with a literally perfect score composed by John Williams, makes for one of the most epic Star Wars films to date. I just hope that Episode 9 follows in Episode 3's footsteps tomorrow, so I'm giving Revenge of the Sith a 9 out of 10. Thank you so much for watching. Have you seen Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith? Let me know below. If you like what you're seeing here and you want to see even more, check out my channel and be sure to have a look at my previous reviews of Star Wars Episode 2 Attack of the Clones and Star Wars Episode 1 The Phantom Menace. As always, be sure to follow and subscribe to my YouTube channel. This has been Kia's Reviews, signing off for now.